everyone, welcome to my channel Solid Master. Today we are going to analyze the beam having the point load at 5 kN over distance 5 meter and UDL carrying UDL at distance 3 meter, and UDL load is given 4 kN per meter. If you see that our one key point is fixed, this is the key point, one key point, second key point and third key point. So at the start of the beam, our first key point is fixed, and the modulus of elasticity is given 200 gigapascal. So we have to convert this in kilonewton per meter square, and this is the element given for the rectangle. This is the rectangle element is given, which is having the length 0.1 meter and height is 0.06 meter. So let's start with our analysis in ANSYS mechanical EPDLs. So we have opened this ANSYS software. In this we have to first give the preference, click on structural and then click OK. Then go to preprocessor. We have to give the element type, then add edit, then add. If you see that there is lots of element type is given, we have to give element type is beam. So click on beam, and here is 3D finite strain, and then click on OK. So our beam 188 element type is added. Now click on close. Now we have to give the material properties. Go to material properties. We have to add the materials. So go to material model, then structural, linear, elastic, isotropic. Our modulus of elasticity will be 200 e raised to 6. E means 10 to the power. In ANSYS we are giving the e value we are giving instead of giving the 10 raised to 6, because we have to give the proper sequence wise in ANSYS, because it is a dimensional less unit. So our Poisson ratio will be 0.3, and then click on OK. We have added the materials models, defined the materials. Now we will define the sections. In section we have beam, and in beam we have common section. Click on common section. Here the subtype is given, there is various types is given. So we have to give the length and height for rectangle. So select the rectangles. So length will be 0.1 and the height will be 0.06 meter, and click on OK. So this length and height is given. So we have given the section part also. Now we have to go for modeling, create, then click on key points. We have to add the 3 key points, then click on inactive CS. So we have to give the first key point, which is at origin. If you don't give any value here in x directions, so it will count as the 0. Then click on apply, and we want to add the second key points. Second key point is at distance 3. Again apply. Then we have to give third key points, which is at distance 5, and then we will click on OK. 3 key points is added. Now we have to create a lines here only. In minimize, we will minimize this key point, we will minimize. We have to add the lines. In lines there is sections, there is straight line given. Click on the straight line. Now we have to create a line from one key point to second, and from second to third, and then click on OK. We have given the line also. Now we will have to give the meshings. We have to divide this division into number of parts. So click on meshing, mesh tool, click on mesh tool, Then if you see that there is size control, there various size control is given. We have to give number of divisions and we have to give the meshing on this line only. So click on set. Then if you will see here, pick up this line and it is singles. We have to pick the line from one and second line is this. Then click OK. So we have given the 30 number of element division. So this is the 30. You can give any element divisions, then click on OK. So our lines is divided into 30 divisions. First line is divided into 30 and other line is divided into 30 division. Now for again, if you want to appear the mesh tool, then click on this raise hidden. In this we have to give, now we have to give the mesh. So click on this mesh. Now we have to select this line, both the lines, and then OK. So our whole line is meshed. Now again in raise hidden there is mesh tool. We have to close this. At the bottom there is close option. Click on the close. So it will be closed. Mesh tool has been closed. So our meshing parts is done. If you want to check that you have given all the elements, all the key points properly, or you have missed anything, then you can check this. Go to plot and then click on multi-plot. If you see that here is we have added element type and then line we has created, key points given, then we have given the nodes. There is total nodes. Now we will go to loads, because we have to give the here at one key points we have to give the degree, we have to lock this. So we will give the degree of freedom and from and at the end we will give the load at 5 kilonewton over distance 5 meter, and then we will give the UDL of 4 kilonewton. Here if you see that 5 kilonewton is in the force is in the downward directions. For downward direction we will give the minus sign. If you want to appear these key points or nodes, if you want to see the key points or nodes value, then click on plot control. In plot control there is options numbering. If you see that the key points is off, if you want to see the key points number, then click on OK. Click on this, and if you want to see the line numbers, then click here. If you want to see the node numbers, click here. Suppose if you want to click see the node number, then click here and then click OK. So this is our node. We have divided this first line into 30 division from 1 to 31 nodes. This is the node number 31 nodes, and again after the first line the node is continue from 33 and it ends. If you see that there is option pan model. If you want to see the left side, so you will see the click on the pan models left. So if you see that our total nodes is 61. So for complete view, so click on the fit view. So our whole nodes will be fitted into our single windows. If you want to switch off, then click on the numbering, again click on off. If you want to again see the key points number, then here click on and then OK. So this is our 3 key points we have given. Now we will give the degree of freedom at the 1 key point and load at this third, and from 1 to 2 we will give the UDL. For giving this, click on the load define load, apply, then structural, define load, then apply, then structural. Then if you will see that there is option displacement, click on displacement. Then we have to give on key points, click on key points, then click on this key point and then click OK. So we have to lock this, so click on all degree of freedom and then click OK. So we have given for first key point, for third key points having the load 5 kilonewton which is in downward. So for giving the load, click on the force, then on key points, then click on at the third key points and then click on OK. So there is various directions given for force. So we want a force in y direction and this is our value -5. So force of -5 in downward direction, that is why we have given the minus sign. Then click on OK. So 5 kilonewton force in downward direction is added. Now we want UDL from one key point to other. So go to pressure. In pressure we have to go on, click on beams, because on beams we have to give the UDLs. So there is option box, so select the box and then create a box from 1 to 2 and then click on OK. So we have already given this value. 2 value is given because our load is in the y directions, and value is given for pressure. Node number 1, node number I value is given, that is 4. If you have the questions like uniform varying load, then you will give here also at node number J value. So then click on the OK option. So our UDL is added of 4 kilonewton per meter. Now we have given all the force, all the pressures. Now we will have to check for solutions, that we have given correct solutions or not. So minimize all these values, then click on the solution, then click on the solve, current LS, and then click on OK. So our solution is done. It means our all the steps is correct. If you see that if solution is error or something else, then you have to again retry or again recheck your steps. Then click on close. Our solution is correct. Then we have to give the displacement. We have to check for displacement and we have to give for support reactions. So minimize this solution part. In general prospect, click on general prospect. If you see that there is plot result, least result, the various results are given. Click on the least result. In this least result, we have to click on the nodal solutions for deformations. For giving the deformations, click on the degree of freedom. Our deformation is in the y component. Click on y component and then click OK. So if you see that there is various deformation occurs at various node. This is the node point is given, node number is given. Total node is 61 because we have divided each line into 30 elements. So if you see that the maximum deformation occurs at node number 32 and value is -0.28. So it is the maximum deformation occurs at node number 32. If you want to see the reaction at here, because if you see that reaction will be at A, that is key point 1. For giving the reaction for if you want to see the reaction value, then click on this reaction solutions. So our reaction is in the y direction, click on y and then click on OK. At node number 1 there is reaction and value is 17 kilonewton meter. Then click on close. Now we have to give the shear force diagram. We have to plot the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. Before this we have to give the data for plotting. So click on the element table data. We have to define the table. We have to give the element table data, that is yes, here is given. Click on the element table, then we have to define the element, then add an element. In there if you see that by sequence number, click on the by sequence number and we have to give the SMISC value. We have to give the all data. If you don't know the sequence number or data element data, so you will click on the help option, because for different element having different element data, from this data you will see that you will plot the bending moment diagram and shear force diagrams. So this is our analysis help viewer. In this you have to search for beam element type which you have given at the starting. So we have given the element type as beam 188 and then click on this search options. It will load. So at this first result showing that beam 188, click on this and then we will search for element table data for beam 188. This all are the information given. So yes, this is the element table given and the sequence number is given. We have to give the sequence number. So if you see that our for bending moment you have to give both the knots value. So our sequence number is for bending moment is 3 and 16, and if you see that shear force is in the y directions, so our this is the I and j is the knots value is there. So shear force at y value is given 6 and 19 value for plotting the shear force diagram. So these 4 values we have to enter: 3, 16, 3, 6, 16, 19. Then click on the close. Then first we will add 3 SMISC 3, then click on apply. Again we have to click on by sequence number, then give value 6, then apply. Then again we have to select by sequence number and SMISC 16, then again apply. Then again we have to click on by sequence number, then we have to give the SMISC 19, then we will click on OK. So this is our value is added, node value for the plotting the bending moment and shear force diagram. This is all the sequence number you will find from the help options. Then click on the close. So we have defined the table, element table, we have defined it. Now we have to plot the Now we have to plot this value, plot the bending moment and shear force diagram. So again we will go for back. In this same section only you will see the plot result, and in the plot result there is option contour plot. So click on the contour plot, and we have given the element table. So click on this element table. So this is the line element. We have to give the line element. So our first node is 3 and the second node value is given 16. 3 and 16 value is for plotting bending moment diagram. So click on OK. So this is our bending moment diagram. So and this the stress value is given, and here the minimum stress value is given, and this is the stress value at the end key points, that is third key points we have seen at distance 5. So if you see that down there is value given for bending moment at A, bending moment at center, and bending moment at end value. So it gives the approximate value, but it doesn't give the perfect value that you have calculated in your subject strength of materials, but it should be approximate value. Minus value is showing for that it means your diagram is in the downward directions. So for plotting the shear force diagram, again click on line element. Line element results, we have to change the node value, that is 6 and 19 for shear force diagram. Then click on OK. So this is our shear force diagram. So and the value is given at various shear force diagram, value is given minus 16.8 and minus 6.3111. It gives the approximate result. Now if you want to see the deformations, so you will click on nodal solutions, then click on degree of freedom solution. In Y component of displacement, click on Y component and then click on OK. So you will see that there is deformations occurs. So this is the deformations. You will zoom in and zoom out. If you want to see the actual view of this deformations, then you will click on the plot control. Then in style section there is size and shape. Click on this size and shape. You will click on and then click OK. So this is our actual deformation view, and there is deformations value is given at both the sections. If you see that there is point A and there is B and center one is the C, and this one is the value for A deformation at this node, this key point or this line, and this value deformation value for this. So the red one indicates that deformation is more in this node number 1. Deformation is more. We have seen that the deformation is more in at node number center. We have seen that. So if you want to animate these deformations, then again click on plot controls. Then in animated there is deformed shape. Click on deformed shape. Then in section if you see that there is deformed shape only, click on this deformed shape and then click OK. So there is deformations. If you want to see this in isometric view, there is one option here given, isometric view. So if you want to stop this animated, so click on the again deformated stop. So if you click on this window is appear. If you want to increase the frame rate, or if you increase the speed of this deformation, you can also increase this. We will see that deformation is happen slowly. If you again go back, the deformation is occurs at faster rate. For stopping this animation, click on stop and then close. So click on this isometric view for better isometric view. If you click on the animated view, at the same time if you click on the isometric view, it doesn't appears the isometric view, because at one time it will count, it will show. So you cannot perform this two operation at the one time. You can only perform operation at only one time. So we have calculated deformations, we have seen the we have plotted the shear force, bending and bending diagrams, and then we have shown the animations with animated, and we have also seen that the isometric view of this deformed shaped. So thank you for watching this. Please share to your friends also, so that we will provide more videos for better practice of ANSYS software. So thank you for watching this video.